Alrighty, what is up guys, it's VampireCaptainCrow, and we are gonna give my review for Batman Arkham Knight. So I finished the game, got everything done, 100%, did it all. We are right now just in a new game plus thing, just gonna let me talk over it, nothing disrupted me. We're just gonna talk about it, my thoughts, and at the end, I'll give my number review for the whole game, the base game itself, and what I think of it. First things first, I love the combat. I love what they did with it. Improved it from Arkham Origins, I'm going to say, because there was a little bit of some stuff in there that was from Origins. Especially some gameplay and story stuff. But, yeah, I love the gadgets we get in this game. There's a little, few of them are kind of, I didn't like how they changed the controls a little bit. I understand they had to make it for the Batmobile to fit in there. They had to change some of the buttons around. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty good combat-wise. Some of the enemies were a little bit until it kind of got enough upgrades in the systems, which kind of fuck with me a little bit. But especially some like the enemies where it's like, oh, you can't mess with them up until you get like this thing, so you can shut them off for a minute. And then you didn't have enough ammo with the disruptor, so I was like, I need this ammo. This guy's got a machine gun. But no, other than that, gameplay was story, on the other hand, was a little bit off. Now, what I mean by gameplay, I mean like the hand-to-hand combat stuff was all good. Same old, attack with square, counter with triangle, triggers for other stuff in combination with the face buttons, all that stuff was good. The Batmobile, the most controversial thing in this game. My thoughts on the Batmobile is that it was a good addition, but they kept dragging it out a little bit too long. I think the Riddler was the thing that broke my back on the Batmobile, was the racetracks, which was like, I understand we're doing stuff, but it's like, and a lot of the boss fights requiring the Bat tank, which I was fine when it was a car, just driving around, getting from point A to point B. I was liking that. I liked it. Until it turned to the fucking tank. Then I was like, okay, just someone ran out of ideas, and we're just like, oh, here's the Batmobile, here's the Bat tank. So, I didn't really like the Bat tank. The sections were fine and all they were, but in the moment they were fine, but looking back at it, those were kind of fucking stupid. Especially the unmanned tanks that Jason was putting at us. And, yeah, it's kind of bullshit. And that was kind of dumb. A lot of the villains getting relegated to side shit, like obviously the Penguin, which they added Nightwing to it, so it was obviously a plus in my book over something like Harvey, even though Harvey's thing when we're driving back to GCPD was pretty nice. I did like that little cute little thing where it was basically being like making it feel bad. But yeah, Kyle Pop being a little shit on the way back. And all the other ones. I didn't like some obscure villains they added to the game, obviously. Firefly from Origins they brought back. Then they brought in Professor Pig, which was a very nice thing, that they brought in that obscure villain. They also brought in Blackfire. Not Blackfire. The church guy, I didn't know his name. He was like 1 minute, beat him up, and he's gone. It's like, wow, that was worth my time. It was like a quick distraction. Here's a few points. That's what it felt like. He's like just a few points. Here you go, done. And that was fine. The militia checkpoints were but what else do I want to say about the gameplay? Oh, the Riddler. The worst thing in this game. 243 rolls is too much. But I did it. I got it done. Mainly so I can get the ending trophy and whatnot. Get the true ending, some of the stuff they did with him was like kind of stupid. Like a little of tracks made me think about it. But like, here's a robot controlled from point A to point B. Kind of felt a little bullshit. I will admit. And like the whole, like he's taunting you on the TVs. Like if it's not him, it's Scarecrow, but he's taunting you over TV, and you couldn't get the Founder's Island, but he keeps saying, Batman, it's you or the cat's life. It's like, okay, you shouldn't have put that in that area because I can't get to it yet because the story's not letting me get there. So why the fuck do you keep like taunting me with this? Like, I can't get there. Why are you taunting me with it? But yeah, it was kind of bullshit. I didn't like the Riddler at all. I don't think I've ever done any of his riddles to the max besides Asylum and Night. These are the only 2 games. City, I didn't fucking care. I heard it was, I think there was a 400 and something in there. I was like, nope, that is awfully too many. The Asylum was a little bit. The Asylum was pushing it. It was like, I think it was like 90, 100 maybe in Asylum. This one was like only pushing it mainly because I needed the true ending. Get the trophy. Good. I'm done. I don't need to do it again until, because once you do it once, you don't have to do it on New Game Plus. It's like, okay, you don't have to look up all those riddles again, do all that shit again. You just go do all of his other side shit, and you're good. And speaking of side shit, Deathstroke, after you beat the Arkham Knight, which I'll get into in a minute, I fucking hated that they made the Arkham Knight and Deathstroke fucking tank battles, especially stealth ones, which was like, I didn't know it was a stealth. I thought it was a stealth one when I did Deathstrokes, but nope, it wasn't. It's just, you gotta shoot him like you did the Cloudburst, which I was like, isn't that the Cloudburst tank? I fucking know it, because I fucking hate that damn thing, because I thought it was a stupid gimmick. Here's a boss fight in a tank. I was like, oh, I don't want to fight him in a tank. I want to fight him fist to fist. And I now understand why they never will report or remaster Arkham Origins, because it makes this game's boss fights look like shit. The only boss fight I kind of enjoyed experiencing was the Riddler. Just beating the shit out of him was nice. And obviously, Red Hood's. I'll get to him right now. The reveal that the Arkham Knight is Jason Todd was sloppily done, in my opinion. I thought it was odd, because I was like, oh my god, I can tell who it is. And then they don't really do a lot to manipulate his voice with it. So when they start showing Jason Todd flashbacks to Death in the Family, which isn't like a one-to-one to the Death in the Family, it's more like they mix parts of Death in the Family with it being Jason, and more of Tim Drake's story from a movie I watched recently, Batman Return of the Joker, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, where he kind of tortures him for like a while, because I think he's tortured him for like months, while Tim Drake in the movie gets tortured for like 3 weeks, I think they say. Instead of getting turned into a Joker Jr., he got turned to the Arkham Knight at the end. But yeah, it's kind of off, and especially because it feels like they kind of shoehorned Red Hood into there. I'm not calling him Arkham Knight. It was stupid as fuck. They're like, oh, it's the original character. No, it's just Red Hood. He doesn't want to. Because if you did Red Hood, we would obviously be like, that's Jason Todd. Well, Batman's like, I wonder who he is. It's Jason Todd. But no. Another disappointing thing I will say about that being the case is that you really don't get to experience. I understand that the tie-in comic books, they're non-canon now, but like, you really don't get to spend time with any of these Robins besides Tim. So when they're like, when Bruce's like, I'm sorry, Jason, it's like, if you don't have any prior knowledge of Jason Todd or Dick Grayson, you kind of got nothing, because these games give you jack shit for the Robins. And I'm like, I understand it's Batman, but the Bat family is also a very important part, and I feel like they've lacked a lot, hence why they needed DLCs to like expand their characters, which I'm kind of upset that the Red Hood skin that you see at the end of the game isn't a skin you can unlock for him. He gets like an actual, like, I want to say like leather jacket. It's like the Arkham Knight suit, just with a jacket over top of it, and the hood popped up for some fucking reason. I think that's what inspired the newer version of Red Hood, with the stupid hood up and like just the freaking weird Sub-Zero scorpion mask. I don't know. But other than that, Jason was okay. I find his thing compelling, but the issue is with Red Hood is that I like it when Joker's alive and he confronts him. Like, I wish if he did do this and he was doing this again, I wish it was like a round 2 kind of thing. Like, oh, now you'll kill the Joker, and like that kind of thing. I wish they went to that kind of way instead of being like, now you kill the Joker after I told you, oh, so you cross your lines now, Bruce? That would have been, I wish that's the way they put it. Because I think Jensen Ackles kind of tainted any other portrayal of it from like Under the Red Hood the movie when he gives that speech and Joker's just underneath him with a gun. It's him or me, and that speech is it can't be topped. Even though Troy Baker really does it. He got there. He got there when he's just yelling, "Don't lie to me!" And when you're just like attacking him, which you couldn't show because for some reason almost a 10-year-old game. Upon recording this, a 10-year-old game, you can't show the cutscenes of either Jason Todd being revealed to be the Arkham Knight, Barbara revealed to be alive. What the fuck was the other one? Obviously the Joker shit towards the end of the game. Like that's all I had to add to the playlist because it's like, okay, we'll watch these because for some reason the game won't let me record it. It's stupid. I don't know. Maybe when a game eventually turns 10 years old, they'll be like, okay, here you go. You can now record it, which would really piss me off. But other than that, I thought it was interesting. Scarecrow would have been a good villain, except they brought back the Joker, which kind of upset me a little bit. But Mark Hamill does kill it, like always, as Mr. J. I do like this game's portrayal of Harley. I'm not going to dog on it from like modern incarnations, like Suicide Squad killed the Rocksteady company with bullshit. But yeah, I think I'm burnt out of Joker. I think that's the problem. Is not only watching all of Batman the animated series, Superman, Beyond, JLU, in obviously like I brought up Batman Return of the Joker. It kind of burnt me out on Mr. J. So towards the end where you get to beat the shit out of him, I'm like, give me the fucking chance. Go away. Go away. It's like, go away. You're dead. Stay dead, please. But no, it's just I don't know. Scarecrow had so much potential, and then it's like, here's Joker. But other than that, yeah, some of the story choices were off. Just a little bit off. Barbara and Tim being a couple, I don't like it one bit. One, because I always think like Barbara's like a few years older. I think like a 10-year age gap. I think comic books and like how they're written now with like Dick and Barbara back together kind of fucks with me a little bit because it's like, why are you stealing Dick's girl? I understand he stole your look in the animated series, but Jesus, you gotta steal his girl now, Tim? Damn. Also, Tim's design in this game was god fucking awful. Put the hood up. I wish there was an option to him for the put the hood up. Even if it's like only when he's stealthing, that'd be kind of cool if he did like a Assassin's Creed thing where he pops the hood up. Like I think it's Syndicate does that. I don't know. I hate that one. That's another rant. But other than that, the story was good. I will say that the story was better than most superhero games. Not naming names at the moment, but it was nice to have a proper conclusion to Batman, and you could tell like this is like the end. This could be the end of Batman. I kind of wish he did call Superman. It's like, yo, dude, I gotta go. What do you mean you gotta go, Bruce? I gotta go. Tell Diana I love her. But no, yeah, I still believe that the Justice League has to exist in this universe. So it's the Teen Titans. Like that would have been a better game. Like give me a spinoff like Teen Titans versus the Justice League. That would have been a good game instead of Suicide Squad. This is more believable that the Teen Titans could fight the Justice League than some freaking discount Batman villains they beat the shit out of in a Flash. And I don't know what is King Shark? I don't know. Back to Arkham Knight. But yeah, other than the crashing and recording, which was an issue for me, the game, in my opinion, it gets an 8 out of 10. I think the fact that like the Riddler docks like a point off, and then obviously the issues with like some of the story bits were kind of fucking off. Like I said, with Jason being like shoehorned in there, it's like, ooh, look, there was another Robin. We're not just going the animated series route where it's only Dick and Tim. But No, I think the problem part with this series, the Arkham series is it kind of feels rushed because it doesn't. You don't get enough time with any of the family or like any of the characters. It's mostly just Bruce, which I understand is Batman, Arkham, add subtitle. But it kind of feels nice if you get to experience more. Like you actually feel a bond between them more than just they're psychics. But you know, that's what you get. You know, from a trilogy or saga if you're smart and had origins. I guess Shadows now. So we're not talking about Blackgate. Yeah. So yeah, the main reason why I wanted to do these games is mainly because I think it was a couple of years ago. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, the voice everyone hears whenever they either read a Batman comic, anytime they hear the voice in a TV show, anytime you see like a poster picture of Batman, you just think of you think that's the character's voice, that's the ideal Batman. So yeah, it was nice to play through it and hear his voice once again, the goat, you know. So and with this, I've been also watching his work in the DC AU and just watching his like growth from the first season to obviously Return of the Joker. Even I watched Batman and Harley Quinn. It's just he does such an amazing work. Just bringing humanity to the character in some instances, like obviously season 3 of the animated series, where he does like the whole rehabilitation of superheroes that fails. Supervillains that fails. But other than that, he's just that great. And I can't imagine anyone else can't ever hear anyone playing Batman, which is going to be a problem now because obviously he's not with us anymore. But I guess this series counts as like a tribute. This is how I love to see his Batman go out. He went out, sacrificed himself for the people of Gotham. Because he is Batman. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Listen to me ramble about a superhero I care much about. Without Batman, I wouldn't have my favorite superhero, Nightwing, Robin. So, wherever you are, Mr. Conroy, I'd like to thank you for making my childhood good. So until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you had a wonderful time. See you guys next time. VampireCaptainCrow out. Peace.